Ready! Yellow weighty! Check, check, check! Hey, easy! Waiting for check! Ready! Blue 80! Twelve! Under! Eleven! Waiting for check! Ready! Yellow weighty! 02! Waiting for check! Ready! Easy! Waiting! Wait, set! Ready! Waiting! Wait, set! Ready! Yellow weighty!
I'm done. 3121 dub. Gotta eat real quick. K.
Hello again, everybody. It is the coach. You're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Here we go.
Breeze now on first down. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The numbers for Green a week ago: 4 catches, 137 yards, and a score.
And we're starting to see some consistency being established here, because if you do it once, some people might count it as a fluke, but if you do it a second time, they're starting to think maybe he's got it going, and that's exactly where he appears to be headed.
Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with...
And that's caught inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Throwing now is Breeze. And he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with it.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. On the toss, it's Gurley. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now they'll toss to Gurley left. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
To throw, it's Breeze. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Todd Gurley standing by as lonesome in the backfield here, 2nd and goal. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Breeze now to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Vernon Davis, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders... So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. Play action. Breeze. He's going to air it out deep for... They've got his man complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Ben Gideon coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. The Raiders try to move quickly, try to get everybody back to the line. On second down, here's Breeze. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
I know I'm not giving enough credit to the defenders because that pass was incomplete. But come on, it was A.J. Green. I always expect him to come up with the ball.
Yeah, on those deep routes especially, even on incompletions, it's fun to watch him run those routes.
It certainly is, but he eats up ground and he usually goes up and gets it.
Now Breeze. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. So Breeze is going to stay out there, and they're going to go for this on fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. Open man, it's Vernon Davis. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. That's complete right around the 8. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Again, it's Breeze. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Vernon Davis in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the third quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Green with a catch left side. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play. Breeze now on first down. Buying time to his left. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage. Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Gurley now. Toss right. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Here's Breeze. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Ben Gideon in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that. You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Breeze going to go on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
And they pick up the 1st down on a 4th down play. I don't know if the defense relaxed because they thought maybe they'd stopped them on 3rd down, or if they just didn't protect the sticks very well. But boy, that's a big-time pickup right there.
Back now in Miami. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Breeze to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A.J. Green, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their... Well, their defense did the job. They got the turnover on downs. Now what can the offense do as they take possession? On 1st down, Breeze. Green's got it over the middle. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta? Our apologies. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Breeze now. He shakes it off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Breeze is looking to throw. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And, Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's the Raiders punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They had a great drive going. We are in the 4th and final quarter as the offense will have the football starting this drive 1st and 10. Breeze going to throw. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A.J. Green with his 2nd touchdown. Late stages of the game here in the 4th quarter as this offense takes over 1st and 10. Now Breeze. Green brings it in. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, and he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
4 down.
Breeze going to throw here. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A.J. Green finishing strong with 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. But, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, It's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for the Raiders, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week.
Can the Browns win again? Hello, everyone. I'm Jonathan Coachman. This is Madden NFL Football on EA Sports. Coming up, it hasn't been said since December 13th, 2016. But the Browns are on a one-game winning streak. They'll try for two right here, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns as they get set to square off against the Oakland Raiders. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half. But it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Now Gurley. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Throw right side, caught by Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
Breeze now on first down. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And Green with a catch left side. And he's going to be out of bounds down to the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
They're on the march, but facing a third down here. Now Breeze. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. So matching field goals on our opening. With a little over 2 minutes to play in the second quarter, the offense gets ready to take over. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something and mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. We'll remind you once again, coming up at halftime, we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He's got stats and scores from around the NFL as we wrap up the first month of the season.
No longer is he a rookie, the coach, a true veteran now.
A crafty veteran. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Green. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And some space here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Easy.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, some strong running. Battle for it here, and this will be caught. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Now they'll run it on the toss. And now running right through it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. A final shot before half for Breeze. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. A lot to get to here this final day of September. So let's get started. We'll start out west in California, north versus south, as the Chargers play host to visiting San Francisco. And it's the Chargers who are out in front. 2 touchdown passes there for Russell Wilson. From there, we slide over to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Mitchell Trubisky's looking good. 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Robert Woods, 100-yard receiving on the nose and a touchdown catch as well.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. On the return, this is Jaquiz Rogers. A little juke. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. To throw, it's Breeze. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you can take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they're able to execute it successfully on that play.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Pretty move. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Another carry now for Gurley. And some room to maneuver. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Todd Gurley. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without it.
Now the offense back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this third quarter. Throwing on first down is Breeze. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the fourth quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try and chew some clock with Gurley. Good move by Gurley. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Todd Gurley, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. That one looks like he'll throw here. And Davis has it over the middle. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Breeze now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Breeze. And he's got his man Hilton. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Breeze. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Star Latulippe forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. Now Breeze. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. They're looking for a spark defensively. When he went for that ball, probably thought he had a chance at the pick. And remember, they had 2 last week in the win. Obviously losing here.
Well, you talked about looking for a spark, and the best sparks are when you make big plays for your team, and he had that opportunity there. Couldn't haul it in, but that doesn't mean they're going to back off at all. They figure if they can get one of those takeaways, they can spark their team to a win.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this Browns defense stands tall. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sideline.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. He's back to throw. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Connor Barwin in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Just beat Denver 4-9-7.
One last shot now for Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Oakland, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town.
Didn't think it would be that close. Emoji happy tears. Tutu Anderson just hit a double.
the beast in.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Breeze now on first down. He's going to air it out deep for... Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Breeze to throw. Green's got it over the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A.J. Green, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done?
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
On first down, Breeze. Over the middle, complete. That's Green. Past the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A.J. Green with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They run. It's Gurley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to. Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Getting... On first down, Wilson. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. Wilson now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment, defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball
Still
was
second
snapped,
down.
but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Again, Wilson. Full right side caught by O.J. Howard. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play?
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And a big turnover there. As his guys will get the football back.
Take 6, baby. Let's get this all day.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned.
He's got a man, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there just before halftime. 48 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Dumps it off to Gurley. Finding room to the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. They'll throw now on the final play. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, where it was the visiting Broncos who were able to come in and get the road victory. Jared Goff 4 touchdowns.
You sure you're ready for the third quarter? Need to use a bathroom or anything? All right, cool. Let's go. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's A.J. Green as he gets set to go again on offense. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half.
There goes Green. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A.J. Green, 71 yards. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
Gold to add the extra point. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And we are tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
On second down, Wilson over the middle. He finds Pettis complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his. But he was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Raiders will take over. Over now, 1st and 10. All right, here now a look at A.J. Green. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Take him over to...
And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. 4 touchdown passes now for Drew Brees. And the Raiders have moved out in front. So another catch, more yards, and now enough yards to break the single game record.
It seemed inevitable the way this game went that the yards record would fall, and we got to see it. We got to witness it. And the crowd is so excited to watch another NFL record fall.
Now Gold for the extra point. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gold now out to kick it away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll keep pounding here with Lynch. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. Taken from just outside the 30. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Here's A.J. Green as he gets set to go again on offense. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This is...
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Carl Davis with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fade.
He'll rifle it. He's got it at the 15. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Drew Brees turning back the clock. 5 touchdown passes for him on the afternoon. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course,
both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues.
Ready. We're waiting.
They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
that would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now a play fake. Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Breeze. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's the Raiders punter now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the...
Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. Oh, a nice spin. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Breeze to throw. Throw right side, caught by Davis. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. In this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
That's caught right side by Anderson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one. Spins past him. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down. Breeze going to throw here. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. The Raiders on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Breeze. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A.J. Green, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes, someone delivering it accurately.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Raiders, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the home team here, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.
Look at week 3 and 4. AFC offense.
Two West Coast teams in the Eastern Hemisphere. It's the coach. This is week 6 of the NFL on E!
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Breeze now on first down. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On play action, it's Breeze. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. A big play that time for the Raiders. 42 yards. So a big pickup that time. And Charles, defending AFC Player of the Week, maybe bucking towards another award this week.
Yeah, they say they don't really care about the individual awards. You and I both know
They do.
It means a lot to them. gains respect around the league. And if he's able to show those kind of hands all game long, he can win a second one.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. They fake the give. Here's Breeze. Caught right side, Davis. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This one caught right around the 6. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all 7.
Here we go. Get set.
Again, it's Breeze. An incomplete, crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A.J. Green with touchdown number. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That goes for a gain of 31.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Play action. Breeze. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. So we are in the 2nd quarter now as the offense gets set to take over. They've got it 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. How about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A.J. Green with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Raiders... So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. A final shot before half for Breeze. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the third quarter. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into the playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Throwing on first down is Breeze. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Robert Alford that time on the great coverage. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about it.
That's caught inside the 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A.J. Green, his third touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter.
Now following the interception, this offense will get another shot at it as they'll quickly head back onto the field. So after the INT, it's Breeze. He's going to air it out deep for Green. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Breeze going to try and throw on third down. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Tyrone Crawford in there to pick up. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Trubisky. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
So that one is his third of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, what, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On play action, now Breeze. He's going to rifle one deep left, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. 4 touchdown passes now for Drew Brees, and the Raiders add on to their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone. This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion. Welcome back now here in London. For the fourth quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Gold now out to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now Trubisky on first down. And Watson has it right side. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right? And
this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jonathan Joseph there on the coverage. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse, and that'll make it 3rd down.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. On third down. Trubisky complete to Watson, the tight end. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Breeze is looking to throw. They still can't get it. A deep ball for Gurley. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Todd Gurley, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Gold now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Cook. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. The Seahawks on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Trubisky. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. All right, here now a look at A.J. Green. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Gold to add the extra point. Gold with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Gold now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows?
Offside.
You may meet up with this team again.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah,
Still
offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
4 down, 4 down. 180.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky, and this is going to be incomplete.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track, because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off, or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. And his throw is incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Again, it's Trubisky. He's got Kurz. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Connor Barwin coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 10. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Oakland, they remain as hot as anyone. 6-0 now through the first month and a half.
Why it's saying 6-2. Overall, he is 8-4. Oh, thought he was 6-2. But he won't play at all. I got Gurley McCoy. Who's the offense player of the week? Change the column. You're on receptions. Wow, you throw a poop ton to Julio. You do too if they are 1 TD and 20 yards apart. You have to press sort on the yards column. Look at the arrow, it's on the rec. MVP race will be close between Julio River and Green Breeze. Breeze is better than Rivers. Julio gets more throws. Green is always locked down. Julio gets a lot of catches cause he's super fast and gets open easily and it usually 20 yards. Actually let me take that back. Rivers might have a shot. I have a pick and 2 less TDS. Play your game. Brees is better by a couple yards and Julio is better by a couple TDS. Watch my game if you on bye week. K. I've scored 4, 9 and 5, 6 points in last 2 games. So I'll entertain you. You watching. No.
you.